Now, we're going to set this one up also. Like I said, you put in the extra time and work, and you're going to be a lot better. You can be a lot better for it. With bishop and knight, mate can be forced, and this ending is worth careful study to develop the necessary technique, since checkmate usually takes many moves and inaccurate play may result in a draw under the 50-move rule. Checkmate can only be forced in the corners of the same color as the bishop. And the other two corners, mate is possible, as in the case with two knights, but only if the defender makes a mistake. The winning procedure is quite involved. The first stage is to drive the enemy king to the edge of the board, then the king must be driven into a corner, and finally, assuming that it is in the wrong corner, the king must be pushed over to the corner of the same color as the bishop. The technique is much more difficult than, for example, the two bishops ending, as here it is far from easy to cut off and drive back the defending king. The bishop and knight do not act particularly effectively as a team, and they always need the support of the king. The theme is to use the knight and king to control squares which the bishop cannot control. Okay? And this book is significant. Batsford chess endings. Let me tell you a little bit about the authors. John Spielman, World Championship semifinalist, one of the stars of the successful English national team, which has won medals in nearly every international team competition in the last 10 years when this book was written. Besides being an outstanding grandmaster, John Spielman is also a well-known author whose other best-selling books include New Ideas in the Caro-Kann Defense, Analyzing the Endgame, and Endgame Preparation. International master John Tisdall is a journalist and author whose other books include The English Defense. Now resident in Norway, he is the editor of Norse, can't pronounce that last word correctly, SJAKKBLAD. Not even going to try. I don't want to mess it up. Bob Wade is an international master who has represented both England and New Zealand in chess Olympiads. He is a two-time British champion and author of numerous chess books, including the Batsford Book of Chess and, with Gary Kasparov, Fighting Chess. Says, with competitive games increasingly being played to a finish, thorough in-game knowledge is essential. BCE, Batsford Chess Endings, is the guide to chess endgames, whatever your standard of play. What it means is we don't have adjournments anymore. We have short time controls. And with a lot of playoffs like tiebreakers, blitz, or like Armageddon, any of your rapid matches, any of your tiebreakers, you're going to have to know end games because you're going to have to just play it out to the last man. Alright. Here we go. Let's get started. It says, black holds back his opponent's king. Protected by the bishop. Notice how it's not in the book, but it's just my own advice and insights. Notice how black is circling around. He's keeping white's king out of it. Make a note on that. Watch how white's going to get his king in. He's going to get his king involved. And he's going to go here, and it says if he would have went like this, it would have been met with that. And he'd just be advancing him up towards the edge. So he goes over to here. Having coordinated his forces, it is clear that white has taken many squares away from the black king. Can everybody see that? How white took the squares away from the black king? You got bishop all on this diagonal. You got the knight over here. What's the purpose in that move? Well, here's the purpose. The king must retreat, so it heads for A8. So he doesn't want to go towards this corner, the same color as the bishop. So when he did that move, he's got to retreat. So he's going to head towards this corner, the wrong corner. And less accurate is this. When king to e4 would drive the black king towards the correct corner. You notice, watch, you see how that works? So he goes to here. And this is met by that. Again, driving him towards the right corner. So he's fighting it. Black's trying to fight it. Trying to put up a defense or a fight. And against an amateur, a player that doesn't know this checkmate very well, you could take up the whole 50 moves and claim a draw, because it takes about 33 moves to get it right. If black puts up a good defense, it'll take 33 moves. So if they don't know it, they're going to keep slipping and making mistakes here and there, and you're just going to eat up moves, eat up time on the clock, and just claim a draw. Claim the 50 move rule and claim your draw. Or they might stalemate you. It pays to know this particular checkmate. It really does. The notes say we have now reached a typical situation which is similar to that after white's 8th move, except white has grouped his forces better. Alright? And it says here he could try to escape with this. Or this. He would be driven towards H8. So we'll reset that, bring this back. We'll pick up where we left off. Goes to here. Last move for white, king to d6, and king to c8. Okay, hit it. Go, start recording. Are we on yet? Alright, we're going to pick up where we left off. Now you see here where they make a net, the knight has this, and now the bishop has that. So there's no out for that king. So he has to come back, makes him walk back this way. And then, here's what they have to say. And I don't know if Spielman did this one on the basic mates or not. There's no telling. I don't know. Let's go on with the next segment. And it says here, bishop to b8, having barred the route back to a8, white begins to drive the black king towards a1. See, that's why I put this bishop here, because he's got to get him down here on the same color square as the bishop. So that's why he doesn't want him to keep going back this way. That's got an exclamation mark in the book. White would win more simply after a6. And then easy. A lot easier to win. So we're going to take a look at what happens here. We'll set these back. Pick up where we left off. Goes to here. He's not really getting out. It just looks like he's getting out, but he's not really going to get out. Then the notes here say a key knight move. This has got an exclamation mark to right here. I'm going to move that out of the way so you can see. It's got an exclamation mark in the book. It says a key knight move. This is a typical way of driving the king from one corner to another. And there's that cutoff again. You can see the bishop's got that, knight's got that, knight's got that. So he's not really going to go anywhere. The excellent position of the knight stops the black king escaping. And then shortens it up again. The knight still has this, but on the last move, he had this. When the king was right here, he had this diagonal. Now when he moves back, white shortens the noose. He's got him this way. Because now he can't get out because the knight, and he can't get out because the bishop, and here because the bishop. So he can really only go here. The knight's got that. So he can either go here or here, and that's it. Bishop to b6. It says a fine waiting move. Now you notice that he's got him in check with the bishop, but notice this square in front of the king is covered by that knight. The knight right there covering that square. King's got that, bishop and knight. So he can't go anywhere, he's got to go to that corner. So you notice that he can't go anywhere, he's got to go to that corner with that knight right there. That would have been his out. Because you got king here and you got knight there, he could have tried to get out right there. Drives him back. He has to go because the bishop's got that, so he has to go to that corner. White has finally cornered the black king in the correct corner. Plays another waiting move. He's in check, can't go there because the bishop has to go back. Mate. The reader is recommended to practice this ending in order to become fully conversant with the winning technique. And I would agree with that. I would agree with that 100%, absolutely. This is one of the most difficult checkmates on a lone king that you'll ever do. So practice as much as you can. That's why we're doing a long video on this. And he can't get out because the knight's got that square right there. King's got that, king's got that. He's done. He's done. He's not going to do anything. He's done. Got some notes for you. We're going to try to set those positions up. I don't remember what book they came from. I wish I knew, but I took notes. Wait a minute. I think I remember this. It said the most difficult part is from 20 to 24. I think that was in one that we just covered a while ago. Or it was in here. Move 20 to 24. no, wait a minute. I think it's in one of these others. I think it is. Nope, that's not it. It's not that one. Ah, it's this one here. That's the one I took it from. Yep, that's the one, got it. Came out of that book. But these others, I don't know. Don't remember where they're from. Anyway, let's get on with the rest of it.